Hello, everyone, and welcome back to one of our live streams.
On the phone 181 heavy approaching the hold point 8 right, ready to go.
So this will be a fun one today.
On 181 heavy heading 155, winds are 09013, gust 18, runway 8 right, you're clear for takeoff.
Heading 155 after departure, clear for takeoff 8 right, on the phone 181 heavy.
Version 15 X-ray Yankee behind the departing heavy 747, runway 8 right, line up and wait.
Wow, light up and wait. You never hear that. Welcome back, everybody, and to another one of our quality live streams here.
Would that for Version 15 X-ray Yankee?
So,
Version 15 X-ray Yankee, yep, behind the departing 747, runway 8 right, line up and wait.
Okay, behind the departing Big Beta, we'll line up and wait, runway 8 left.
hello, everyone, and I'll try to get in a comment at some point today. Today, what we're going to be doing is we're going to be experiencing the wonders that is VATSIM. And we're going to be traveling across Hawaii, as I was promising a few minutes ago, or actually earlier today. We haven't done VATSIM, and we haven't done general aviation in a really, really long time. So I said, you know what, this is a good time to go ahead and give that a spin. So what I've done is I've set up a pretty standard flight here, nothing too crazy. You're welcome, of course, to join us over in VATSIM if you'd like. We're going to keep it pretty straightforward. We're going to get some altitude. We're going to go ahead and call some flight following. I chose to do all airports that are all going to be airports that are not going to have towered control, just to kind of keep our... Yeah, we'd be very lost if we were going to Meriden. But basically what we're going to be doing today is we're going to be flying across Hawaii in this lovely Cessna 172. We got the real world weather going on right now. We're going to be dealing with a little bit of air traffic control. It shouldn't be too bad. They're probably going to kick us off when we get a little bit closer. I'm actually going to clear that waypoint out. That's going to make me absolutely crazy. And then our destination today is going to take us over to, I'm just going to confirm it real quick. I actually have to get a real chart out and get my actual frequencies out. Papa Hotel, Delta Hotel. So it should be a lot of fun tonight. It should be a lot of fun. I've not flown a VATSIM in a little while, but lucky for me, I've got a little tiny bit of experience with real world comms. But we'll see exactly how well it goes, because you never know. You never know. All right, that's all set. I'm happy with that. Let's see, CDI set to nav. We're pretty good to go. 2,500 feet is my initial altitude. And now it's just a matter of kind of hopping in and getting this thing all started up, and which we have already done. Take a quick look around. Looks like the winds are favoring the right runway. I'm going to go ahead and hit up to 121.50. Over in the VATSIM universe, they have kind of like a Unicom frequency that they kind of use for everything, depending on kind of what's going on there. Boop. Go ahead and swip that one over. VATSIM Unicom. And we'll go ahead and give them a call once we get in the air and kind of head there. 122.8, my bad. See, that's why we look. 122.80. I'm going to go set that up real quick.
Shift center on the phone 1.
There we go. I'm just going to confirm real quick that the airspace that I'm presently in is indeed uncontrolled airspace, and I've just confirmed that. We're good to go. Our initial takeoff afterwards, we're going to take a right turn. We're going to be swinging around to, it looks like, about a 4-2 track, which is pretty good. So that's not going to be too bad. All right, let's go and take a look to make sure my transmit button's working. It looks pretty good to me. All right, let's do it. Dillingham traffic, red 64, type system 172, is that the ramp is taxiing back along the main runway here, the westbound runway. Of course, that's not standard. I got to get the actual name of the runway, but I'll get that in a half a second here. All right, so for this runway, it's going to be a relatively easy takeoff here. I'm just going to confirm that there's no traffic. It was runway 20. It's going to be back taxi on 2, though, because we're not going to be taking 20 there. Oh. Let's see here. Check that wind one more time. The wind definitely favors that side. I'm just going to go ahead and hold the brakes here. We're going to go ahead and make sure the transponder's set properly before we get going too much here. Oh, boy. This is one of those things. All right, we're going to make sure altitude mode is on, VFR mode is on. We'll actually request what we need to do once we get into the air, kind of a thing like that. Dillingham traffic, Cessna 64 is back taxi runway 20, Dillingham. All right, well, let's go. I'm going to check to make sure the traffic's not doing anything crazy here. That's the same problem we have in the real world, by the way. All right, looks pretty good. Looks clear. We got plenty of runway here, so I'm not going to stress out too much here. For those of you who are with us, with all players and not on the lovely VATSIM network, you don't have to stress out too much about the traffic here. But if you are on the VATSIM network, don't forget to do all the appropriate calls and all those things. It tends to make them a little bit grumpy. We've been to Hawaii before in a previous live stream, and if you're wondering why we're in Hawaii again today, it's because this is the one spot I found that seems to have the most number of controllers available to us at the time. So I figured, hey, why not? This could be kind of fun. Alrighty then. So we don't have to call for flight following for a little while, but we do have to stay clear. There's a controlled airspace. Basically, we have to go out west for a bit, and then we can kind of swing the other direction. So we have to just kind of be mindful of that as we're kind of cruising around here. All right. Yes. All right. Capula. Now we're just going to come swing around here. We don't really have to worry about air traffic control too long here. Kapula traffic, Red 64 taking off on runway 2, Kapula, Hawaii. All right, looking pretty good. Take a look at my window. Looks good. All right, let's get going. I have not flown a 172 in this game in so long, I've like forgotten how to do it. It's so weird for me. All right, let's go ahead and give everybody the wiggle waggle. Make sure the front wheel off the ground, and we'll let the plane do the rest. And we're airborne. Now we'll be all professional and everything like that. We'll actually maintain the appropriate headings and altitudes and everything we're really supposed to do, like we're normally supposed to do. We're on it. We're on it. Yeah, what a beautiful island this is, and probably not the best day to go flying here, unfortunately. But like I said, I wanted something that we could do in VATSIM. Let's see, we're departing to the north here. Kampala traffic, Red 64 is at 500 off the departure end of runway 2, and Kampala departing to the north.
Don't sink, don't sink, don't sink.
All right, nice. Well, let's make our way over this way, and now we're just kind of depart. It's a good time to flip off the landing lights. That's all taken care of, and now we're just going to start making our way towards our destination here. Actually, it makes no sense. I'm going to go double check my destination. I think we have a duplicate here. There's no way we're heading north. That makes no sense to me. All right, let's come swing this way. There's no way we'd be heading north. Something's wrong. This is called idiot checks.
Don't sink, don't sink.
Ah, it still thinks we're going to Meriden. Nice. All right, much better. Much better. I'm like, geez, seems to be an awfully long way away that we'd be traveling there. And we've got a little traffic warning sneaking up behind me. Get a little bit of altitude. This is all in controlled airspace at this point here, so I'm not too worried about it. Had to come swing around this way. Oh, man, that turbulence is real. There we go. It's a little better. All right. So what we're going to do is we're basically going to hug the right side or the left side of those mountains that we see directly ahead of us. One of the problems with this Cessna 172 is it's not really, it does not climb like a monkey like some of them do. So what I'm going to do now is I'm actually going to go pop over to Honolulu Tower and actually go ahead and get some flight following for us. So 12650, I've gone ahead and done the quick swap. We're just going to listen for a moment to hear what they have to say.
November 490, November Whiskey, your radar contacts 5 miles to the northwest of Lanai City, VOR, and Lanai Airport. Maintain VFR altitude, your discretion, proceed on course, and hope you didn't gather any iguanas on the takeoff.
No, sir. No wildlife on this expedition. November 490, November Whiskey will maintain VFR altitude and proceed on course.
And November 490, November Whiskey, I got a quick question for you.
Yes, sir. Go ahead.
I never got around to asking you this yesterday, but are there any pandas at the Panda Airport?
You know,
What?
we didn't see any.
What a shame.
What?
It's just a mislabel. You know, come on.
False advertisement.
What?
Kona Airport, ATIS information, Bravo, winds 20010, altimeter 3004.
I guess I have to get in at some point. Honolulu Center, Red 64.
Go ahead.
Honolulu Center, Red 64 is at 1,500 and climbing 2,500. We're looking for a flight following. Present position is about, let's call it 6 miles northwest of Kapala Airport.
All right. Red 64, HCF Center, squawk 1576.
1576, Red 64.
Honolulu Center, 101 Golf Victor. Do you want us to request takeoff from the Delta Airport, Molokai?
Yep. And are you going to be requiring flight following?
No flight following, 1 Golf Victor.
November 101 Golf Victor, squawk VFR, runway 23, you're clear for takeoff, wind 030 at 7.
Cleared for takeoff, 23, 1 Golf Victor.
Lulu Center, Southwest 623, holding short of runway 2 at Charlie, ready for takeoff.
Hawaiian 16, correction, Hawaiian 623, fly heading 360, Maui wind 050 at 9, gust 17, runway 2, clear for takeoff.
Heading 360, runway 2, clear for takeoff, Southwest 623.
And Center, you cool if Hawaiian 10 steps away for a minute to grab a few waters, that's what I was going to say?
I didn't hear anything. Approved, call him back.
All right, will do, thanks.
Now, the interesting thing.
Red 64, radar contact 20 miles to the northeast of Lanai City VOR. Maintain VFR altitude, your discretion, and proceed on course.
Maintain VFR, proceed on course, Red 64. That's it. We're good to go.
11 say estimated time to on the intersection in Zulu. Alpha Uniform November.
And I have that altimeter.
So one of the fun things that you get is in the real world, if you try to do two people on the same frequency at the same time, it goes beep like that, and everybody gets stepped on, and nobody can hear anything.
Say estimated time to on T in Zulu.
It's just kind of one of those things. Now, one of the things he gave us was VFR altitude, our discretion, which is fantastic. In the real world, when they give us discretion for altitude, that's awesome, because basically it means if we have to get under one of these really, really nasty clouds that are getting a little bit dangerously close to right now, we don't have to stress out about it. We can just go. All right, on our way. I have to be pay attention to what I'm doing here.
Go ahead.
Now, the interesting thing is, this is one of the... Look at this. I'm actually getting traffic. When did they change this and make this better? I can see you folks now. This is wonderful.
Number 201 Charlie Lima, squawk VFR. The wind's 0307, runway 2, clear for takeoff.
Let's go ahead and take a look at what we have for altitude here. MEA, let's see here. We're looking at 5,300 or 2,000, depending where we are.
Off the ground, passing 2,000.
So we're going to pop up, the clouds today are 3,600, so we're going to get basically 3,100. I just need to get over this mountains offer 12.
Frequency changes approved. The Delta 1 Golf Victor.
Man, I miss this plane so much.
Southwest 623, radar contact. Turn left heading 300 and climb maintain 16,000.
Heading 300, climb maintain 16,000, Southwest 693.
It's actually pretty good right here.
Heavy back. Flight 10 Heavy, welcome back. You better have saved a beer for the Oceanic controller. I'm sorry, water.
Yeah, I got I'll drop some out the window.
That's it.
And November 490 November whiskey traffic at your 12 to 1 o'clock 10 miles VFR target off of Molokai 1,800 climbing.
And traffic off our 12 o'clock 1,800 for November 490 November whiskey will advise.
Now, the interesting thing.
Red 64, traffic 12 o'clock 13 miles, VFR departure 1,700 off of Molokai and climbing.
Looking for the traffic, Red 64. Now, one of the interesting things is when you call looking for the traffic, everybody in the airplane that you normally fly with, it goes instant panic mode.
271 Charlie Lima, traffic to 12 o'clock in about a mile and a half. It's going to be a VFR departure 1,900 off of Molokai.
The problem is I have regular traffic turned on right now, so if the...
Correction, November 271 Charlie Lima, maintain visual separation from the traffic leaving the Delta. Your radar service terminate, frequency change approved.
So we are on our own. Oh, there he is. There he is.
November 490 November whiskey traffic. They're going to be at your 1 to 2 o'clock. It's going to be two of them. 2,400 and 2,700 respectively.
There he is. See him? Right off our 12.
Roger, 490 November whiskey. We do not have the traffic in sight, but we will advise.
There should be no factor there right now. Red 64, once again, traffic, 12 o'clock, 10 miles. They're going to be VFR targets, 3,200, 2,800, opposite direction climbing.
Red 64 has the traffic, thanks.
Red 64, maintain visual separation from the traffic.
We'll go, 64.
Center Southwest 3685 is holding short Zulu, ready for taxi.
Southwest 623, clear direct, Lanai City VOR, Lima, November Yankee.
Cleared Lanai City VOR, Southwest 623.
This is requiring far more concentration than it normally takes me.
32 on the ground Kona, clearance up to Portland with Bravo.
On request, Southwest 3685, runway 8 left, taxi via Zulu Alpha, the altimeter 3008.
I'm so glad the traffic display is actually working.
Left, taxi Zulu Alpha and 3008 for the altimeter. Thanks, 3685.
Alaska 832, thank you for Bravo. You're cleared to the Portland Airport via...
Wow, he's got a long flight.
Radar vectors of Victor 5, Minor, Victor 11, Apula Point.
And we just passed through. There's going to be 2 coming up on my left.
Climb and maintain, Fossil Tree 10, Squawk 2603.
Alright, clear to Portland.
Normally I'm the one doing all the talking here, but I'm paying attention here.
APAC, I'll maintain level 3. With then S-File, maintain level 310 and 2603 for Alaska 832.
Fantastic.
Alaska 823, readback is correct. Spec runway 17.
Let's see what we got on the old ADS-BX here. Yep, we're past those 2, and then we have these 2 that are going to be right off my left, but they're in the clouds, so I can't see them.
Roger that. We'll give you coverage and taxi.
All right. Woo! Gotta earn it sometimes. I can't believe somebody did, let's see, terrain scale mode. I'm just going to do north up off. Enter.
And red 64 traffic's going to be off your, let's call it 10 o'clock, 9 miles. It's going to be 172, 6,500 direct Molokai.
Have a look for the traffic, red 64.
Roger. Number 490 November Whiskey, Molokai altimeter 3009.
I have to earn it. 6,000, so obviously this guy, whoever this guy is up here, is pro...
The Molokai altimeter 3009.
Yeah, wherever he's going to be is going to be right off our right there. So I'm not too worried about it. This poor guy has got so much work to do because there's so much traffic over here. Welcome to flying in the real world, by the way. It's exactly what it's like, especially like if you're where I live, up near like New York City and everything like that. So this guy's going to be under 10, and he's going to be basically right there, and I do not see him. Oh well, we'll be fine. I have a feeling somebody's flying close formation with me because I noticed the traffic display actually works properly now. And somebody must be 200 feet above me, so you all scaring me to death here. All right, I could probably turn on the autopilot at any point now. The reason I've been kind of resisting that is only on account of the fact that, you know what I mean, everything's been just kind of happening all at once here. All right, altitude hold. I could finally relax my hand for half a second here. We could go say hello to everybody because I've just been concentrated on not getting run over. Ah, there's our traffic warning. Now we got all sorts of good stuff following us behind us. Fantastic. And yes, I did fly a plane that I knew everybody had today, so I did not have to worry about that aspect of it. All right, let's go ahead and get this. Whoopsies. Look at the traffic display of this thing. Isn't this fantastic? All right, maps options. Let's see, we have traffic turned on, terrain's off. I'm not going to worry about that too much. We don't need XRAD or anything. I love this, that the traffic actually shows up properly now. Thank you for finally fixing that. I don't know why we're on north at mode. Oh, man, there's always that one guy who's got to do this. All right, let's go down. Declutter's fine. This is the map group orientation. We'll go set an orientation. We're going to do track up. Much better. Then we're going to go set this back to normal because we don't need it. We'll go ahead and close out the menu. Don't need to see it. Yes, now I can actually see where we are. Beautiful. All right, good evening, Eddie. All right, let's go ahead and go through our motions here. So we're about 2550 RPM, which is plenty. We'll go ahead and give some good old-fashioned stuff here. Go do a lean fine here. Lean fine, lean fine, lean fine, lean assistant. Here we go. Wait for it. Wait for it. Really? Is this like auto lean? Because I can tell you right now that we went way past our lean position here. See the blue lines? Oh, there it is. So it's right right there. Then we're going to
181 HCS Center.
72.
Go for all Nepal 181.
From 181, say estimated time to cross Crest.
Yeah, we're too low to even bother.
Romeo Echo.
Oh well. Yes, it does.
181 heavy, we're estimating crest at 2346.
Beautiful areas, this area. I've been to Hawaii in ever. We've been to Hawaii before, but I've never actually been to Hawaii in person. I understand it is absolutely gorgeous. Look at that, we sailed right over them. But we have a flight following right now, so I'm not worried about it too much, so we shouldn't have to deal with that aspect. Why are there so many F-22s doing stuff over this area? Did this just come out today or something like that? Jeez, people, come on. All right, we're probably going to hang to the right just a tiny bit here. We'll go ahead and switch on our navigational hold. I think we're safe at this point. I'm not too concerned. Now, the interesting thing is because we're...
Hawaiian 10, HCS Center.
Hey, Hawaiian 10 Heavy.
Hawaiian time, our time here has come to a close. Position reports to San Francisco radio on 133.905. Squawk 2000. Your radar search is terminated and your frequency change is approved. Thanks for flying HCF.
When you say position reports to 133.95, is that during the entry and exit points, ETOPS entry and exit points to San Francisco?
That would just be every waypoint you come across, just let them know when you're coming across it and your Mach speed, and that should suffice for him.
It's trying to listen in on the conversation.
Let's see here.
It's going, Simon.
Not over to 13195, sir.
Yeah, so go ahead and contact 13195.
So believe it or not, the earlier 172s. Oh my gosh, what are you doing back there? Careful. What is that?
Thank you for flying.
That's an F-22 being an F-22 apparently. Loaded Alarm, welcome back. Level Rog, welcome back. Elastic Sack, welcome back. Nate P, welcome back. Loaded Alarm, welcome back. Level Rog, welcome back. Simon, welcome back, by the way. I've been having too much fun already. Not bad at all. One of these days, you folks will join us at VATSIM. But like I said, I want to keep it simple. Oh, who did I miss off my right wing here? Hey, there he is. Nice. Get some good formation flying in here. So the fun thing this week is, speaking from YouTube land here, it was really amusing when I released that video basically on how to tune down the turbulence because of how incredibly strong it's gotten with some of the most recent patches. And I just thought that was interesting. That was the most popular video this week. Kind of one of those things.
All right, Honolulu Center.
All right, so I got to do some actual work here.
Ready to go.
Send Southwest 3650. Correction,
Sounds like me.
I can't speak English. Southwest 3685. There it is. Flight heading 155. Winds are 0. Correction, winds are. Just give me a sec. I'm having difficulties with my own English today. Anyway, Southwest 3685. Flight heading 155. Winds 13015. Runway 8 left. Clear for takeoff.
Kind of enjoying the chatter.
155. Runway 8 left. Clear for takeoff.
28.
Southwest 3681.
119 or 675.
It's a struggle, man. You know.
Don't tell us that.
Dude, it's all right.
Awesome.
Wheeler Airport information, Echo 2200 Zulu. Wind 116 at 7.
16 at 7.
10. Sky condition.
So it's going to be left traffic.
Scattered few clouds at 5,000 feet.
Left traffic, and we're going to be coming in on runway...
HCF
Runway 8.
Cherokee, November 7234 Juliet.
Landing and
Good.
runway 6.
So we're going to be doing left downwind for runway 8. That's good.
7234 Juliet, HCS Center. Go ahead.
November 34 Juliet, we're at Molokai for VFR to the northeast.
Roger, you report on flight following this afternoon.
Negative.
It's just being high.
Do you have a departure runway in mind?
Whatever the wind.
These Xbox users crack me up.
Roger, that'll be runway 5, and runway 5 you can taxi via Alpha, cross runway...
Yes, I have something. I did play with the UH-60L mod. That's actually something that I was doing a little while ago. Why do you ask something?
Alpha, cross 35.
What are you doing?
3009.
Hey, folks like this give my flight sim... I'm not going to make that comment. I did the same thing when I was doing it.
You're pitching on top of this gun.
And, Southwest 623 is going to maintain 10,000. Expect
The turbulence is a little better over the water.
Into Honolulu from Alana.
10 to 11,000, we'll be expecting the ILS Yankee to 4 right from Alana.
My favorite HSI map. See, there should be a traffic map button.
10,000.
Oh, 10,000. Southwest 623, sorry about that.
I do appreciate the traffic, though. You can also shut the weather off and stuff like that.
Virgin 15 X-ray Yankee, say time to cross Sebin.
See what I would like to do. I'm just going to go.
According to my calculations, say, Sebin, confirm Sebin is
Now, one of the interesting things is I'm a huge fan of helicopters, and without getting too personal about my own experiences, but believe it or not, in the very, very early days when I was in college, my guidance counselor sat with me and said, what do you want to do with your life, kind of a thing. You know, I'm sure you've all had that conversation at some point with some guidance counselor or something, the equivalent. And what I said is I want to join the Coast Guard so I can fly helicopters. You know, my life dream was actually, you know, at the time, again, my 18-year-old self, gotta imagine, wanted to actually operate helicopters, like, you know, fly like the news channel helicopters or fly like the police helicopters. Like, that was what I wanted to do. And one of the reasons for this was because I'd played Simcopter way too much as a child, I'm convinced. Chief, Lazarus, you're oh! We're being pursued.
3685, your radar contact 3,500, climb maintain 1-2000 and clear direct Keola.
So it's just kind of one of those things.
Just kind of one of those. Direct Keola for Southwest 3685.
Oh yeah, automated terminal information service. Yep.
900 November Whiskey cleared into the Honolulu.
So what I was just doing to answer, I'm sorry I missed your question just a minute ago, Eddie. What I was doing is just checking the weather so I could figure out what runway I'm in. And what I do is I always put the runway in the real world into the heading bug so I know exactly where I need to go. So the problem we're going to be facing in just a few minutes here, as you can kind of see that we're sneaking up here. Let me go grab the chart again so you can see it clearly. But we have to cross this. We're going to there's basically this really aggressive mountain ridge, and which we probably observed as we cross it, is there's an Alpha 311 here. We're not supposed to fly through that. So what we have to actually do is we're going to have to give them a call and make sure it's not active, so we don't have any issues with the feds, so to speak. It is, and for reasons of national security, pilots are requested. You see what I mean? I just find that kind of interesting. The other problem we have, too, is if you look right in here, there's two restricted airspaces, 3109, B and C, and 3110. This is not supposed to be a civilian airfield, but obviously we're in VATSIM, we can get away with landing on it. Otherwise, we'd be stuck landing at probably Honolulu or coming down here to John Rogers. But one of the things I'm looking for right now is we have this airfield that's 3,300 feet, which we're going to have to get through that. The other thing we're going to have to get through is you probably noticed the big old MEA of 3,500 feet, and we're at 3,000, so we're going to be kind of low. We'll check with them when we get to Kailua. We're going to check with them just to double check to make sure Alpha 311 is not active.
November 101 Golf Victor, you up?
So we'll see what happens. In the real world, that's something that I'm constantly battling.
November 101 Golf Victor, Roger, Squawk 1523.
Hey, you folks are doing a great job.
1523, 1 Golf Victor.
What airplane is this? I see this every time. It's probably you, Alpha Rug. All right, let's go.
Number 271 Charlie Lima, your radar contact 12 miles.
Got a lot of traffic warnings right now.
For altitude, your discretion. The altimeter 3005. ATIS information.
That's a lot of traffic. I should restrict that. I think we'll be okay, but like just in case. Now the one downside about flying in this region is
101 Golf Victor.
I mean, I love the water, but
10 miles south of Kailua Airport. ATIS is X-ray. The altimeter 3005. Maintain VFR altitude.
We have to make sure we say something nice to the controller because he's volunteering his time for us.
20, question November 271 Charlie Lima, traffic 12 o'clock in 2 miles, going to be a VFR DA40 1500, descending for Kailua.
Remember the one we saw earlier? There it is again. So one of the things that my wife and I do when we fly is a lot of times what we do is we create a story for the different traffic that we run into. So if we're in a situation where there's like, you know, that golf that keeps coming up like once, then it comes twice, then it comes 3 times, then it comes 4 times, and they keep coming back, and we're like, say, well, maybe the guy's rushing to get his wife to like, you know, the hospital or something like that, or we try to come up with all sorts of silly like theories about the different individuals, and then we look up their tail numbers when we get home on FlightAware just to see like what are they doing. Then you find out it's like a test flight for something or like one of those kind of things, and we're gonna have to divert. Uh-oh. That's a diversion.
3-4 Juliet's ready for takeoff.
We're going to have to divert.
3-4 Juliet, Roger. Which direction says you wanted to go in?
What's the weather? Broken at 3,700.
Straight out.
Roger, November...
Interesting.
724 Juliet, or 7...
okay. This is a problem. I'm going to treat this like I would in the real world. This cloud layer is at the same height of these mountains, and we know we have to be 3,500 feet.
Runway 5 and resume on navigation.
Ugh. I guess we could get through here, but like that's just...
November 101 Golf Victor, runway 2... 9, guess 17.
All right. We're going to try to pinch through here. That's the only low spot that it...
271 Charlie...
And then what we'll do is we'll come up the valley. In Hawaii, there's like a big valley. And if we can't do it, we'll just turn around and divert. It just has to be what it has to be.
Charlie Lima, your maintain visual...
Just trying to take a look right now.
Number To follow the traffic runway 2, you clear the
We
land.
could also fake it because it's online, but I guess I'm not really doing the real pilot and command thing if I fake it.
Number 2, following the traffic. 271 Charlie.
We could also come up the north coast here. I'm looking at the weather forecast right now, and the weather forecast right now shows that it's 3,100 feet. Looks like the weather got a little worse.
Kona clears to Papa Hotel Lima, India.
This is a real-world pilot and command decision here.
And
There's no guarantee it's safer in that valley, though. That's the problem.
you're clear to leave.
We can go kind of around the upper side of the island. Ugh, I hate this.
20 squawk 24.
Let's see. Something's asking about Let's Play videos, about scenario. I'm sorry, I'm trying to do one of these things. Piper.
Departure, please transition, Dennisveld. Climb 320 after departure, squawking 2431, November Delta Bravo.
Auto exterior light off light?
Hotel Bravo, your readback is correct. The Kona Airport ATIS information. Bravo current, the altitude.
Yeah.
17 for the
I don't like this.
Expect 174, information Bravo.
So this is welcome to pilot and command decisions, by the way, everybody. So our issue here is we can fly through this valley. There's actually a valley between these two mountain ridges, and we can stay underneath these clouds. He said VFR altitude our discretion, so we can legally do it. We also know we can come along here by where the thing is and head over to Honolulu International Airport, which is right over here on the right. We could do that, but the problem with that is it's an international airport. If we go past that airport, of course, it's going to take us a little bit closer. Here, let me pull up the chart real fast. What we could do, too, is we could come right along the coast and we could pop down here, not at John Rogers Field. This is going to be the safest option, and this will be our backup if we can't get away with it. So what I'm going to try to do is come through here. You can see 3,100 feet is the height of that peak. We're going to go through it, and we can see about 500 feet, and then we're going to come out the valley there.
3680.
So we're actually going to... We're under... I'm making an actual real-world pilot decision here, which is healthy.
301.
All right, let's come to the left a little bit.
All right, we'll pull Charlie for the Hui, and we'll cross Napua above 3,000.
So what I'm going to do is I'll give them a quick call and just kind of let them know, just so that they're aware in the event that we do have to change plans, that it'll be available for it. We'll wait a moment for weather quiet.
Center, November 490, November Whiskey. Would you like us to deviate course as Victor 15 will take us out of the Bravo?
Honestly,
something. Just while we have a couple moments before things get trouble. Let's see here. Let's play videos to scenario, split it up. It's something I could do. I mean, that takes a lot of time, but I could look into doing another command stream. It has been a while since I've done it.
Whiskey, crossing Coke Head VOR, you'll be exiting the Class Bravo airspace to the west, and once exit, remain clear until recleared.
This is so dangerous.
Leaving the Class Bravo airspace.
Rick, if you're looking for an easy place to kind of join us, I'm looking at my chart real quick here. The safest spot at this time is probably going to be actually Honolulu International, Papa Hotel November Lima, if you're looking for us to jump in.
And Southwest 17 Papa, thank you for
I don't like this.
Sorry, where I got India. Thank you for Bravo. You cleared to Lihue, Onizu 1 departure. Julie, for the Falcon, maintain 503
Now, one of the fun things is this game called Test Drive Unlimited. For those of you who played the first one of the Test Drive Unlimited, this whole island was your playground for expensive cars, and it was a whole lot of fun to play.
Flight level 340, squawk 1164.
Outrage towards.
So 17 Papa, your readback is correct. Push your start, you have to crash, expect runway 17, the altimeter 3004.
Push and start on discretion, expecting runway 17 and QNH 3004, Southwest 17 Papa.
Center, good afternoon, FedEx 77, requesting.
FedEx?
FedEx 77 Heavy HCF Center, cleared to Sydney, a PE3 departure.
Sydney? Oh my god. That's gotta be a long flight. I'm gonna wait for his readback.
And there he goes.
Hello, Center. Red 64 question.
Answer.
Thank you. Is Alpha 311 active at this time?
Not that I'm aware of, but I can go double check.
Thank you. I don't want to fly through an airspace that I don't have permission to fly through, even though it's a simulator. I'm sorry.
Southwest 623, winds at Honolulu 13015, runway 4 right, clear to land.
This guy, I like this guy. I like this guy a lot. He's an honest. He's a controller of the people by the people. I like that. I like that. So what we're going to do is we're going to basically, the Alpha 311 basically starts right here. And what we're going to do, like I said, is kind of cut across, hit the airfield, and then come to the right. Now start coming back down.
There, left gate 32 on departure, right turn on course. Winds 20010, runway 17, clear for takeoff.
Alright, so depart.
Look how beautiful this region is. Like, if it's not a mountain, it's a house.
Red 64, the answer is a negative.
Thanks for that, Red 64. That's the sketch. Let's see here. Connection attempt failed because it didn't properly respond. I was disconnected from the server. Uh-oh. There we go. We're back. That was weird. Did I lose everybody on Flight Sim too?
Stand by.
Strange. I wonder if they just reset their entire network there. Let's see here. Okay, just fine. Started watching. Hopefully next time. Strainer 4090. Wow, that's a lot of card, Rick. That's definitely something that I was looking at the other day. But
On upon 181, I have some bad news for you. The radar software I've seen you using does not like the input for the cell count check, so that would be something I would recommend you make with the Oakland Center, Oakland Oceanic controller on 131.95, and once you get your check, just report back to me.
all right, so the next airfield we have to get through is Wheeler Air Force Base. We're going to lose just a little bit of altitude because that looks suspiciously like a cloud. Not too bad. So if anybody's curious how flying in the real world, I haven't done a lot of flying actually in the real world, which has been super duper sad. The reason being, of course, is the weather this time of year is not superb. One of the things is actually I had planned on doing some time in the Archer the other day on Monday. But one of the problems that we faced was the fact that we had a crosswind of something like 17 knots gusting. And it was like, no. Just because you can do it in the sim does not mean you should do it in the real world.
Oh, and clear.
Look at how amazing these mountains look. This is incredible.
From the November 490 November whiskey.
Yeah, and look at Honolulu International. I'm glad I'm not flying into that.
Center United 1604, radio check please.
That's 1604, your radio check stop 5.
Nice.
Alright, United 1604.
So one thing that we have in the don't have the real world is the ability to make things quieter.
That's 1604, you clear, 1604, you clear to San Francisco, moment at 5 departure, Kalea transition, that's Falcon, climb, maintain 5,000, squawk 364 tree.
I'm so impressed how low my squawk number was.
Clear to
So in the real world, please don't fly this close to any mountains, especially don't fly between them.
squawk 3643 United 1604.
That's 1604, read back correct, spec runway 8 left, the altimeter.
He did say that VFR altitude was our discretion today.
We have information Alpha 3008, runway 08 left, United 1604.
There's Honolulu, right there, see it? So we're gonna get vectored in about 2 minutes, watch this.
Request direct approval point.
Alaska 832, HCS Center, your radar contact, make right turn direct up Hula Point.
Right turn direct approval point, Alaska 832. When you do have a second, we have a question.
I have an answer.
He likes doing that.
What's going on right now? A lot of clown shoes, dumpster fire requests going on.
I'm sorry, can you say that one more time?
You got an OTS going on right now?
Here?
Yeah.
Nope.
Okay. Just not used to all the clown shoes, dumpster fire requests without an OTS going on. Cool. You're doing awesome. Thanks. And we're direct to full point at 12310. Alaska 832.
Alaska 832, roger.
This guy's having fun tonight. This is a great night.
November 614 Hotel, we're on the ground, Honolulu, picking up by a bar to Kapalua.
Sorry, request.
All right, we're gonna start making our way back.
Version 15 X-ray Yankee, HCS Center.
Now look at that cloud. That's low.
Version 15 X-ray Yankee, HCS Center.
Uh-oh.
Earth to Version 15 X-ray Yankee.
Interesting. It's the drama. One of my favorite things that you get in the real world too is somebody will call up and make a IFR request, and the IFR request will be, let's say, 2.5 minutes long of I need this, and I'm this airplane type, and this is the route I'm going to take, and this is the altitude, and this is my performance, and this is my equipment, and it just kind of a thing like that. And then he'd get his IFR clearance, and then they'd be like, you know what, we'll just fly VFR. And it's just like, ugh. Okay, So look at my front windshield here. You see that?
Southwest 3685, you're 2 miles from Napua, across Napua, at or above 3000, cleared ILS runway 35.
Right across Napua, at or above 3000, and clear the ILS 35 for...
Oh, this is entertaining for me. It's just like the real world. Oh my gosh. All right, let's see here. I've been getting 60 with 4K with everything. Amazing. Had to reload page. Can you add a little nav map to your toolbar by chance? Can you add it to the toolbar by chance? Can you tell me what you mean by that, Eddie? You know what would be awesome? Dangerous Water, ASW. Yes, I agree. I agree. Something. Or the mechanics of Dangerous Water in DCS World. That's gonna be a bit complicated for the.
13015.
That's a bit much. One of the things I was actually hoping they would do in DCS World is that they would bring in things like the actual, what's the best way to describe it? Like, you know, proper ground vehicles. Like, you know, the tanks of Steel Beasts or something like that. Like, really go to town on that detail level. That sucks. That cloud would cause so much turbulence in the real world. Like, I couldn't talk to you.
4, push and start with information Alpha on the Sierra.
We're just going to stay right here.
1604, push and start approved.
Push back cruising at 1604.
November 8 Delta Bravo, south ramp, engine start.
Approved, calling taxi.
Roger.
November 6148 Hotel, I got your clearance.
There it is. Here comes the clearance. Wait for it.
November 6148 Hotel, cleared to Kapalua West Maui via the Molokai 5 departure. Molokai VOR, center south, climb and maintain 5000, squawk 2433.
Alright, Ford Hotel, we're cleared to Kapalua, Molokai 5, departure Molokai transition. We'll clear this filed 5000 after departure, 2433 in the box.
Landed it.
And November 614 Hotel, correction 6148 Hotel, read back correct, spec runway 8 left, the altimeter 3008, and this information is still Alpha.
Wow. That guy landed that. I cannot do that without a piece of paper.
Yeah, we're back. I was just waiting for a little pause in the chaos.
Alright, just making sure.
So I'm noticing coming a few minutes, looks like we have another airspace coming up right there. See it? We're just going to skim the outer edge of it.
175 Alpha, southwest 175 Alpha.
So what I want to do is I'm going to clear that airspace coming up on my left here, and then we'll go ahead and grab ourselves, cancel our flight following. What I'm going to do is check the weather one more time, though.
Wheeler Airport information, Echo 2.
November 8 Delta Bravo, south ramp, taxi 217.
121 at 9.
November 80 Hotel.
121 at 9.
Taxi via Alpha.
All right.
See Alpha 217, November 8 Delta Bravo.
Not bad. 121 at 9. All right, let's review. Let's bring up the airport chart here so we can go over everything we need to go over for our approach here. So it looks to me like, let's see, it's open to civil use.
Yes, under step away 1 minute.
Runway 8 is going to be the magic runway. We have that preset into our HSI already. We got to configure that. 9,000 feet to use, which is plenty. It's a civilian and military, closed for military training between these times. Whatever. Yeah, we're all set. We're all set. All right, let's continue our little flight.
You just stepped away.
Yes, Rick, I had a G2, but I had stability problems and actually ended up sending it back, but it was gorgeous. Toolbar and the sim at the top of the screen. Like the nav map up here? That'd be so cool. I think I'm almost clear of this guy. I think we just went by it. It's right there on my left. Wow, this would be annoying some people, that's for sure. Not bad at all. What a lovely day to fly. A little turbulent, though. I'm not going to lie. I would not like flying in this much bounce. 15 knots is typical, though, and it is Hawaii, so. Whoa! Gotta love those new turbulence mechanics. Speaking of interesting mechanics, did anybody notice that the AN2 came out for Flight Sim?
Yes, on our last gate, 32 request.
Go ahead.
Yes, sir, let's know if we can cut the corner and request direct Auntie.
Alaska 832, cleared direct Auntie.
Nice.
Direct Auntie, thank you, Alaska 882.
We're going to get a little bit...
3685, the Lahui winds 0808, runway 35, clear to land.
Runway 35, clear to land, southwest 3685.
This is fun. This reminds me of actually flying. You know, the
Red 64.
Red 64, go ahead.
Disregard, the Honolulu altimeter, however, is 3008.
3008.
Center, Cherokee, November 7234, Juliet.
Go ahead.
I think I've never gotten Nevermind. That would be a new one in the real world. I have gotten Just Checking. That is a thing.
November 7234.
The reason he wouldn't get rid of me is on account of the fact that I'm still over that other guy's airspace right now. You remember that one's right there? So I got to get out of that, and then I can drop the flight following. Let's see here. Basically perfect here.
On about 181 heavy.
Go.
On 181, time here has come to a close. Leave my airspace to the west. Squawk 2000, position reports to San Francisco radio 131.95, and have a safe crossing.
Oh, that's awesome. Something. MHR 60 with a highly detailed base in the UH-60L. FLIR and maybe a radar. Radar could be pretty tricky. No, Rick, those come out next week.
United 695, ready to taxi.
160418, left taxi via Zulu Alpha.
Like almost every other. I got a whole set of videos next week dedicated to the Nanushka. I think you folks will appreciate it. That is a plane I know a little bit about. Little bit. So I think you folks will love that.
227, request that.
All right, we are clear.
Type information Alpha.
I assume that you're at Honolulu?
I would hope. All right, let's do it, folks. All right, we're looking at 15, so traffic pattern altitude is 1,000 feet.
South 227, cleared to San Francisco, Molokai 5 departure, Kalea transition, that is filed, climb and maintain 5,000, squawk 2717.
Roger, clear the Molokai 5, Kalea, climb maintain 5,000, squawk 2717, Delta 227.
Delta 227, read back correct, spec point 8 left, call for push on to Zulu, the altimeter 3008.
Roger, I'm ready to push now, if that's okay.
That is most certainly okay, push on to Zulu, approved, tail east.
Really?
Roger, tail east, Delta 227.
Love this guy. Honolulu Center, Red 64 has the runway in sight. Cancel flight following.
Red 64 is just about to call you about that. Your radar service terminated, frequency change approved, squawk 2000, have a safe landing.
Squawk 2000, safe landing for Red 64. You have a great night, thanks.
Thank you much for flying.
Nice!
Approaching.
Of course, I held up like 30 people when I did that, but that's all right.
Southwest 17 Papa.
Alrighty then. Not bad. All right, folks, now we have to land. Now, this is a terrible position for an aircraft to be in, because anybody taking off would fly right into us. So this is actually a little dangerous, except you have to remember we have a little bit of altitude here. So what we're going to do is descend into the traffic pattern altitude. And man, look at these beautiful waves. I would love to catch some surf right now, except I know nothing about surfing. Let's see, we are on 122.8. Let's confirm something real quickly. Dillingham traffic, Red 64, 1,600, about 4 miles to the east. Setting up for a left base for runway 8, Dillingham. That's it. Let's go swing over to the left here, give ourselves plenty of room. Remember, we have a pretty strong tailwind today, so it's going to be giving us a nice little push as far as this goes. So look at those waves. That's incredible. All right, we'll go ahead and sneak to the left here. Again, we're keeping a little bit of altitude in case anybody's already in the pattern. I'll go ahead and pull up a little bit. I don't want to go diving into the pattern just yet. Take a look at the ADS-B receiver here, the TFR. It looks like we're the only folks who are going to be in the pattern today, so I'm not worried about that too much. Go line ourselves up. Pretty easy. Like I said, this is such a gentle and easy plane to fly. There's really nothing ever to complain about this plane. I wish it was faster. I guess that's a complaint. I just can figure out why I can't select the classic. That's a weird question, Rick. Definitely take a look at the services on that one. Something's not right. Although I notice every time they have these mega updates, like it breaks half the stuff. There we go. Dillingham traffic, Red 64 is 1,000. Left traffic for runway 8 to Dillingham. All right. Come on. One thing I miss about the real plane, though, is it has... you can just hear it. Like, I know that this is, nice and loud and everything like that. Paul, of course, Norway. Norway. So one of the jokes I have is the flying club I fly with, they bought themselves a Mooney 20. And I got signed off in the Mooney 20, and I've got my complex and my high performance cert and everything like that, which I love. The Mooney is an amazing plane, don't get me wrong. But one of the best parts is because I spent so much time getting checked off on it, and it's the only plane that I flew, I have more hours in it than everybody else in the club does. But that doesn't light a candle to how many hours I have in a Cessna 172M or N. I have a staggering number of hours in that plane. And the flying club that I'm with is actually threatening to actually get a 172. And I'm like, oh, ow, 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 ow. It's just kind of one of those things. Oh, man, this is a long runway. Eek. That looks pretty good right there. I love the 172. You can put that first notch down. And what you do is you hold the nose up like this. You wait a second, then you put the second notch down. And then you just start your descent. Now, one of the fun things is if you fly the Warriors, like all the 28s and Pipers and stuff like that, what you could do is you can set your power right at... Wow, it's a strong wind. Traffic, red 64, left base for runway 8, Dillingham. You can set your power like really, really low, just kind of coast in, but the wind is so strong right now that if I tried to pull something like that, I'd end up just going crazy wide here. This is the same thing I do in the real plane, by the way, is constantly lean and adjust my seat, trying to find exactly where I am. All right, let's set this down. All right, approach speed on a 172 is 60 knots. In the real world, yeah, 60 knots is fine. If you come in faster than that, it's a pretty long runway. You're not wrong, Rick. Not wrong. Not wrong. Now, by the way, if you look carefully, we actually have a displace threshold here. But look at how long the displace threshold is. There must be a mountain or something in the way. Oh, yeah, there is. All right, let's come in for a landing. Dillingham traffic, Cessna Red 64 is a short final for runway 8, Dillingham. And yes, I do talk like that on the real world radio, too. Oh, someone in a dark star is waiting for us here. Let's go do our Gumps checks. We're going to make sure gas is on the correct setting, our undercarriage is down, our mixture is full rich, our propeller is set up, our flaps are in the correct position, our lights are in the correct position. Safety, we're going to double check to make sure our safety belt is in good shape. We're going to make sure we're on the correct speed. We're going to make sure the rest of our switches are set correctly. All right, we are lovely, and we're getting a nice little all sorts of wind across the runway here. Now, I'm going to pretend that is not actually there, but it looks like we're going to be competing here for a runway space. Getting a little bit of draft here. Man, this is a strong wind. Whoa! Oh, apparently we don't have to worry about that. Oh, man, love the 172. Like, watch this, watch this, watch this. All right. Whee! You could do, like, right up until the plane touches the ground. By the way, the real one does not float like this. It goes, and just sort of stops flying. And we're down. Nice. Of course, if I hit the brakes now, we're going to be about 120 miles before we get to the end of the runway here. I'm deflecting my controls correctly, thank you, Crosswind. I don't know what you're talking about. All right, let's go ahead and kill those flaps, and we'll start cruising down the runway here. All right, man, that was fun. I gotta say, for those of you who do not do the virtual air traffic control thing, you really are missing something. It definitely makes things a little bit more interesting as far as the experience. And I think about all those fun things that I always have to experience in the real world. And it's just, I don't know, it's such a trip to be able to get a little bit of that, even though it's in a virtual environment. It definitely keeps you busy, just like it does in the real world, kind of a thing like that. All right, let's go ahead and hold those brakes real quick. Come around the right. There we go. Dillingham traffic, red 64, clear the runway. Dillingham. And that's it. We are safe. If you would like to join us for a picture, we're going to be that should be our picture right there, because that's awesome. If you'd like to join us for our picture, we're going to meet you down by the terminal on the far end. Oh, it's a 172, though. You can just jam on the brake. Seriously. It doesn't do that in the real world. Whatever. So what we're going to do, if you'd like to join us for our picture today, is we'll be out by the terminal kind of a thing. Let me go ahead and disconnect from VATSIM real fast, so we're all set. Nice. Yes, Rick, you're right. It depends on where you live with VATSIM coverage. Like I said, today I was really hoping to actually fly where I live. The downside where I live is we're completely instrument icing right now. So if we try to take the 172 out and that would probably end kind of poorly for us. So I'm actually kind of glad we didn't have any coverage in this part of New England, because everybody would have been... they wouldn't have seen anything, and it would have been very dark the entire flight. It would have been kind of miserable. This actually turned out to be a really, really nice area and a really, really nice flight, kind of a thing like that. But my ailerons are deflected. It shouldn't be pulling me that hard. Oh, well. So coming up for us as far as videos goes, for those of you curious, we have a whole week's worth of information on the AN2. It's super exciting. I took a lot of time flying that plane previously, so you get to see kind of some of my little insights. Not that I'm an expert on it or anything, but I think a lot of people kind of happy. Yes, so we had sleet today. That was our exciting form of precipitation coming from the sky. We should have took an F-16s. We would have gotten there a lot sooner. It's great to fly the Cessna 172 again and here in Flight Sim. It's just, I don't know, it's so classic, kind of a thing like that. And it's a safe, reliable, solid plane. And one of the things we were doing this morning is we were playing the what plane would you buy if you could afford it kind of game. And it staggers me how expensive these aircraft have gotten. It's like the new ones are cheaper than a used one now. It's ridiculous. But the problem is they only make like 10 of them a year now. So it takes forever to actually get a new one. So it's one of those, do you need it now or do you need it later kind of a thing like that. Next time, expect us to be doing some stuff with the DHC-4, which we did some videos on that a couple weeks ago. Super duper exciting aircraft, by the way. I absolutely love that airplane. Such a cool classic piece of machinery, that thing. And amazing performance. And of course, like I said, with the AN2. So we'll have to do some stuff out in Siberia or something at some point. All right, that looks like a good spot. Ah, Elastic Sack, you were much quicker than I was. Oh man, if I hold my controls to the right anymore, I'm going to start hurting my arm here. Oh well. Alrighty then, let's go ahead and park this thing. Oh, what is the correct taxiing speed? So it's one of those things, the speed required to maintain control of the aircraft is what it says. So I can control the aircraft at 60 knots. I'm pretty sure I can. Okay. Trying to get a nice picture of Honolulu here. We'll do one of those things so you can see the lovely clouds and everything. I'll zoom in a little bit here. What an awesome procession. You folks make this absolutely worth it every single time. Oh, when I see everybody, let's like, look at this. Look at how awesome that is. That is absolutely excellent. Let me go ahead and grab a quick shot here just in case for some reason. Oh, nice going. You just had to get that aircraft in there. But great flight, everybody. I hope everybody had a good night or had a good time. Like I said, it was really, really fun to be able to fly in VATSIM again. I do miss dealing with those pesky air traffic controllers that they see things you can't. So it's always kind of fun in the real world to deal with them as well as over here in the simulator. So as always, since I have gone ahead and saved my flight here, it's a good time to go ahead and absolutely, I kind of like this picture. I'm going to leave it just the way it is. Let's do one of these. Right there. Beautiful. All right, I'm going to go crash my plane because why not? As always, at the end, I always ask if anybody has any questions, suggestions, some ideas. Some people were talking about doing a CMO sort of video, and that could be interesting. I haven't done one of those in a while. There's some really, really interesting stuff coming down the pipe from Command these days, and I'm kind of looking forward to playing. I got to get off the pressure off the nose here. Oh, there it is. Uh-oh, did you see it? Did you see it? You almost departed. Almost. What's that? Is that when the engine stops working? My favorite thing is you can play the stall horn like a theremin. There it is. Oh yeah, there we go. Woohoo! Yeah. Have a great evening, everybody, and